Hello everybody, this is Joe Nahosa, and I am giving my presentation today over Quality Enhancement Plan and Institutional Effectiveness. Okay, so the Quality Enhancement Plan. The definition that I found is from the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges website, and that is each institution seeking reaffirmation of accreditation is required to develop a Quality Enhancement Plan, QEP, engaging the wider academic community in addressing one or more issues that contribute to institutional improvement. The plan should be focused, succinct, and limited in length. The QEP describes a carefully designed and focused course of action that addresses a well-defined topic or issue related to enhancing student learning. Okay, so what that means is the Quality Enhancement Plan is going to address an issue or issues that the college have already faced or found out through some sort of assessment that they've completed, okay? And that's part of one of the little points they have here on the QP framework. See the top one there, institution uses institutional processes for identifying key issues emerging from institutional assessment. Another portion of the framework for the QEP, the institution identifies a significant issue that one, focuses on learning outcomes and or environments supporting student learning, and two, accomplishes the mission of the institution. The institution provides evidence that it has sufficient resources to initiate, implement, sustain, and complete the QEP. The institution demonstrates the involvement of its constituencies in the development and proposed implementation of the plan, meaning they take in everybody's advice or viewpoints on this, so faculty, students, possibly members of the community, all those involved or have a stake in the college. And then the institution identifies goals and a plan to assess the achievement of those goals. Okay, the assessment of the QEP. SACS will send in an on-site committee to the institution to assess the quality enhancement plan that you've developed. The committee will use a rubric for the assessment, and I've attached those to the very end of the slideshow. And the rubric, what that'll do, it'll take all those framework bullet points in the previous page, and it will break them down to show this kind of like sub-criteria for each one. So you'll have like a 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B to show those different points. And they'll have like weak, moderate, achieved, and like highest quality. It'll have 4 different points that you could possibly make on it. And the way that they assess this QEP, they'll conduct interviews, they'll look at data in order to find out all these different areas to see if the school has, achieved the proper level. The committee will offer advice to the institution, and they give an oral summary of its findings to its chief executive officers. What they'll do as far as advice goes, if maybe you scored in a weak area, they'll have you do a rewrite, and that'll usually come back to reassess data or maybe redefine a goal in some areas to try to pick that back up and make it more realistic for achievement. And then what they'll do is they'll take these findings and the institution's response and pass it on to the Committee on Compliance and Reports for review. This committee will then pass on a recommendation for reaffirmation to the Executive Council of the Commission, who in turn submits it to the Commission on Colleges, who makes the final decision for the reaffirmation. Okay, so here's the rubric that I was mentioning earlier. As you can see there on the right hand side, it goes over the indicators, and then at the very bottom, the 5 components of QEP review framework, and those are what I had listed earlier on that bullet point. So you see here, like I mentioned, it's got the 1A, 1B, and it's talking about the institutional process. And then you have the different levels in the rubric where it's either unacceptable, weak, acceptable, or exceptional. Okay. And this next slide is just a continuation of that rubric. Picks up where it left off. 3A, 3B, capability to initiate the plan, capability to implement and complete the plan, broad-based involvement of institutional constituencies in the development, the involvement in the implementation, looking at identified goals for the quality enhancement plan, and the plan to assess achievement of those goals. And then again at the bottom, they have the 5 components of the QEP review framework from before. Okay, the resources that I use that I'm providing for you. General information and all the information that I pretty much used to make this presentation can be found at this link right here from the COC or SAC COC website. And then the rubric that we just went through can also be found at their website. This is in a PDF form, and this is the link for that as well. So thank you for your time.